Yep.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. This video, we have another beautiful low mileage C6 Z06 in for a 700 horsepower package. Go to InShaneDesigns.com to get a nice new supercharged LMR shirt. I think there's 7 days left. Every shirt, I think you entered to win a 3,500 dually. And yes, yours will be clean. I went in the mud today, got mine a little dirty, but yes, order yours today. Good luck.
We got Sam Gray here. What's up, Sam?
What's going on, brother?
Dude, so we haven't actually showed your car yet.
Right.
But you have a unique story of how you even came across it.
Yeah.
And how the purchase process was crazy.
It's pretty unique. It's not going to be believable, but I'll try and do it justice, and I'll try and keep it short. So basically, I only started looking into them because I had a motorcycle and I had about 4 or 5 close calls in the span of a year. I was like, it's a little too much risk for me, but I still needed something. So selling the bike, was looking for a C6 Corvette because that's my favorite one. So I wanted a Z06. Started hunting around, and I'm checking different ones out that are local in Houston, and I come across one of them online. And what was different about this one is it was in mint condition. It had 5,300 miles on it total. And come to find out that the original owner was a Corvette collector. He also owned a skyscraper like business development in Atlanta. So he bought the car at the dealership, drove it straight there, and it spun on a turntable for 10 years straight. Didn't move, okay, which probably wasn't the best thing for the car. I don't think the oil was changed or anything.
Right.
So long story short there, he ends up selling that business and, you know, the building and everything like that. One of his friends who gave him a lot of money to start his business way back in the 80s or whatever, he was a Corvette enthusiast too. So he gifted him, to pay him back, he gifted him a Z06 to pay him back. And this thing was like, maybe had 2,000 miles on it at the time. Yeah, what? And this was in 2017.
What?
Yes. 2,000 miles,
so
2017.
Like 10 years later.
Yeah, it's an 07. So he gets it at 65 years old. Puts a couple hundred miles on it here and there over the next 4 years. Hurts his back, can't get in and out of it anymore, wants to sell it, okay? He's in Illinois. So he puts it online, I find it. He doesn't want to just sell it to anybody. He wants to do interviews to figure out who he wants to sell it to. Because he wants it to go to a good home, I guess.
What did the listing look like?
It was very generic. I mean, it was made by a 68-year-old man, so it was like maybe 8 pictures and of the general specs. It wasn't anything elaborate or anything like that, but I had time, so I just looked into it. He wanted to have a handwritten paper. I think it was like 5 pages, handwritten, talking about background, what I want to do with the car, future plans, things like that. And then apparently he took a bunch of applications or these papers, sift through them, selected those people to have a phone call interview. So those people got to chat with him, same type of thing, same type of interview. Then he cut a bunch of people from there. I made that cut, and then he wanted to do a Skype interview. So we did a Skype interview, and I think it got narrowed down to about like 30 people or something like that were still interested in the car at this point. He calls us up individually and says, all right, make me an offer, put a bid down. So we all put one down. 3 weeks later, he calls me up and he goes, hey, is this Sam? I was like, yeah. He goes, hey, I'm just calling to let you know, unfortunately, your bid came in dead last. So out of 30 people, I had the lowest number, but I just put down the number I could afford. And he goes, and I said, oh, well, appreciate it. You know, it's a really nice car. I hope it goes to a good home, you know. Thanks for the opportunity, that kind of thing. He goes, yeah, you came in dead last, but I liked you the most, so I'm gonna sell you the car. So there must have been, you know, through the interview process, he just figured that I really want to sell it to this guy.
Yeah.
So, which was nice, right? I was super surprised. And then it was on a truck from Illinois to Houston in a matter of 2 days. And
Dude, so what date? What did you start that application process, and what date did you get it?
It almost, like, from start to finish, that like interviewing process was about 8 months. And the whole time this is going on, I'm looking at other cars. I almost bought other cars, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason.
Wow.
And so this one was always on the back burner because I was just tinkering with it. But I must have looked at 15 different Corvettes while I was doing this one in the background. So
How was that Skype call?
how was the what?
How was the Skype call? Like, what kind of things?
It was pretty normal. Just talking. Honestly, it was like talking to my grandpa. Like, he just wanted to know more about me, wanted to know more about my family and what I want to do with the car. And he's like, "Are you planning on selling it?" And I was like, "No, I'm not planning on selling it."
Would you tell him what?
I told him what I
plans
knew
were?
about the car. He wanted to know, like, do you know Corvettes? Do you know about the Z06? Like, what do you know about it? What are you going to do with it? That type of thing. So he was a collector, so he knew his stuff.
And he was okay when you told him, "I'm gonna send it to LMR."
So I didn't bring that up.
That thing looks fun, dude.
I'm about to get some gear portals up for it.
The portal?
Axles go like crazy.
You break axles?
Hell yeah.
You can go through plenty with those though, right?
Yeah, you can go through a lot of shit, but it's just like, if you're smashing on it, going through a whole bunch of mud, like the big ass wheel, it just snaps the axle. Yeah. They get fucking gear reduction and they're fucking, you won't have that problem.
They're fun as heck.
If it's bad, check them up, take up the street.
It's fun as hell. I'll get all muddy.
Go make the pass in the thing, right? You can't have a beer for a little bit.
That sounds bad. That's what I need in my life. What is that, like 50 grand right there?
30. I mean, with the wheels together, it's like up 20. How deep do you think it's gonna be?
It's not deep.
Huh?
You can see the bottom.
What if we get stuck? Should I go for it?
Hit it.
Huh? Maybe we should go closer.
Alright.
Holy shit, that's too much fun! That's literally same timing, same everything, just a little bit more heat in the clutch. Made 548, 438. So that's the exact same tune-up I just made back-to-back pull. These cars, tires obviously need heat in them, and the clutches, it's cold out today. It's like 45 degrees out. So the clutches need a lot of heat in them. As you can see, I put it on speed. It shows you if it's slipping the clutch or the tires. So next pull, we can start putting timing in it and start making some horsepower now. Now that the clutch is up to full temperature, and same with the tires. quarter of a tank. At least I don't like to. Even with stock fuel systems on them, I just don't like beating on cars that are low on gas. Sorry, I forgot where I was. 2007 C6 Z06 with only 7,000 miles on it. And it's a bright and sunny day. It doesn't get much better than that. Loping its ass off at a stoplight. Yeah, I'm at a nice little long light again. And then hopefully we'll have some room up here to open up her legs. My phone never stops. But yeah, this car, I mean, 15-year-old car with only 7,000 miles on it. You can tell the inside of it, it has been kept in a garage or somewhere for a very long time. Hopefully in this video you can see under the hood how clean this thing is. And now it runs as good as it looks. Let me get some room here. And this thing, he does plan on putting, I think, a body kit on it, like rear fenders and some front fenders. So he's gonna get a new wheel and tire package for this car. So right now we still are on just a regular radial. So this thing's gonna spin pretty bad in second gear, but third and fourth it should rip. And I love these MGW shifters. Let me make sure I can not make a liar out of myself and miss the shift. If that doesn't get your blood flowing, I don't know what will. Oh my God. These cars are so much fun. And again, the power to weight ratio, like I said in the last video we did on a C6 Z06, these cars just run so well when they make around 600 rear wheel horsepower. I know it's spinning really bad right there, but you put this thing on a drag radial or a Toyo and you're gonna outrun a lot of people and hurt a lot of feelings. And then if you add another 150 shot of nitrous on top of it, ooh, get out of here. But I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna do that one more time before we head back to the shop. Yeah, we've had the car completed now for a couple days. Just the weather's been crappy and I finally got a chance to go out and test this thing. And the stock clutch, believe it or not, is holding and feeling strong right there. It held good on the dyno as well. Again, it only has 7,000 original miles on it. I told Mr. Gray, just take it, enjoy it, beat on it for a little bit, and then once you tear this one up, then we can always upgrade the clutch. Same thing with the injectors. This thing making 600 rear wheel horsepower, it is at the limit of the stock injectors and the stock fuel system. So next round of mods for him, we will do a bigger fuel pump, we'll do a bigger set of injectors in it, and probably put it on E85 and shoot for 630, 650 rear wheel horsepower. That right there is a fun car to have. Like I said, the way it is right now, you could even run this thing on 91 octane. Now it wouldn't make 600. We have to pull some timing out of it. It'd be back down to probably 570, 580s with 91 octane in it. But again, that's a strong running car when they make 430 rear wheel horsepower stock. Feels good to be back in C6s again. We did 2 back to back. So you saw the C7s and C7 Z06s and V3s. And I think we have 2 more in line after this one that are getting pretty much the same kind of packages. We changed the camshaft up a little bit depending on the customer and what they plan on doing with the vehicle. Like this one, Mr. Gray said, give me the biggest cam you got. He doesn't care how it drives, even though it drives phenomenal. I got some room, let's do this again. Yeah, that never gets old. This thing runs so good. The clutch does feel very good. It spins really bad in second gear, but once you get rolling, This thing pulls so good in 3rd and 4th gear. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Again, another super clean C6 Z06 completed. We are waiting for Sam to come back. I think I'm gonna take him for a ride and kind of show him the ins and outs of his car, what to do, what not to do, how she drives, stuff like that. If you're new to the channel, as always, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications because we have a few more of these packages in the pipeline. As always, comment below. Until next time.